Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. This is the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Samsung's A series of smartphones are very popular because they offer good specifications at a fair price. Now I have been using this smartphone, the A53 5G, for about 10 days and it is in time for my full review. So that's exactly what we are going to do today. Let's talk in detail about the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Let us start this review by talking about the design and build quality. It looks absolutely stunning, especially with that camera module. That camera module is simple and minimal and that's exactly how I like it. Not only that, the entire smartphone gives a very good aesthetic vibe. Also, I love this blue color. I'm glad that Samsung sent out the blue color because I think that this is the best one out there. Now, if we talk about the in-hand feel, this smartphone does not feel bulky at all. It is a comfortable smartphone and it is lightweight as well. It does not feel like you're holding a brick in your hand. It feels like you are holding a premium smartphone in your hand. As far as the build quality goes, you get Gorilla Glass on the front and a plastic back panel. So yes, it is a plastic back panel and do make a note of that. Also, the back panel is matte. It will not attract any fingerprints whatsoever. I do appreciate it being a matte back panel and it is also not scratching very easily. I have been using it without a case and I have not seen any major scratches whatsoever. So that is a good sign. Now, one design choice that I do not like is the removal of the headphone jack. So yeah, you won't get the headphone jack with this smartphone and that is kind of disappointing. As far as the buttons go, they are very clicky and tactile. The tactile feedback of the buttons is awesome. So that was design and build quality. Let's move our attention towards the front of the smartphone with that beautiful display. So this smartphone comes with a 6.5 inches Full HD Plus AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. It's AMOLED with those deeper blacks, great contrast ratio. The viewing angles are awesome and the colors just pop out. Samsung has been the best out there in terms of displays and this smartphone is no exception for that. Samsung has put in a very good display over here and you will have an excellent time with this smartphone while consuming media or even while doing normal things. Also, 120Hz is like the cherry on the cake over here. Everything is super smooth. Scrolling and swiping around is extremely smooth. And I have not noticed any major frame drops when it comes to 120Hz. It has been a smooth experience. Now, if we talk about the bezels around the display, they are thin, they are not thick bezels and I do appreciate that. It's a flat display as well and I do prefer flat displays over curved displays. This gets me to performance. Under the hood, this smartphone comes with the Exynos 1280 processor. It is an octa-core processor which is 5G enabled as well. And don't worry, you do get all the necessary 5G bands. That means whenever 5G will come to India, this smartphone will be supported. If we talk about the day-to-day performance, I have not noticed any major lags whatsoever. It is a smooth experience. Opening Instagram, watching YouTube videos, replying to email, WhatsApp messages, or in general editing some photos on Lightroom or Snapseed. Everything works like a charm on this smartphone. I have not noticed any lags whatsoever. Now, I am not a gamer, but I did play some games on the smartphone like BGMI, and in BGMI you will get good performance. It's only that higher FPS options are not unlocked. Maybe those options will be unlocked via a software update. So if someone from Samsung is watching this, then please take this feedback that higher FPS options should be enabled in BGMI. But yeah, in actual day-to-day performance, I found out that this smartphone does not lag. It is a smooth experience. Now, one more major aspect in performance is the software. Samsung Galaxy A53 comes with One UI 4.1 out of the box based on Android 12. Yep, it's based on Android 12 and you also get the latest security update. Samsung has been doing a very good job in terms of software updates and this smartphone is no exception for that. Software wise, you are sorted. One UI is fast, smooth and very well optimized for this smartphone. Not only that, you will get a lot of customization options as well and I've come to like One UI a lot. I use a Samsung Galaxy S22 as my daily driver and on that smartphone as well, I love One UI. You will get a similar experience on the Samsung Galaxy A53 as well. It's a very good skin on top of Android. Also, Samsung is promising 4 years of major software updates and 5 years of security updates with this smartphone. So you can definitely use this smartphone for a longer period of time because you will get software updates. Now let's move our attention to my favorite part about any smartphone and that is the cameras. With this smartphone, on the rare side you get a quad camera setup, a 64 megapixel primary camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, a 5 megapixel macro camera and finally a 5 megapixel depth sensor. On the front side of things, you get a 32 megapixel selfie shooter. Now, how do the photos turn out from this smartphone? If we talk about the photos are amazing. You will get really good images out of this smartphone. The dynamic range is impressive. Shadows and highlights are exposed in a very good way. The HDR is working properly with this smartphone. Not only that, you get detailed photos and the colors are natural as well. They are not too oversaturated and not too undersaturated. Samsung has a typical look in terms of their photos and you do get that with this smartphone as well. That look is actually good and the photos are pleasing to the eye. This goes for the main as well as the ultra wide angle camera. The ultra wide angle camera adds in a very good perspective. You can fit more in the frame, and this ultra wide angle camera is detailed as well. It's not like you're getting soft ultra wide angle photos. Nope, nothing like that. You are getting detailed ultra wide angle photos as well. Also, the 5 megapixel macro sensor is surprisingly good. I did not expect the macro sensor to be good, but yeah, it is good and you can shoot some really creative photos using the macro camera. Now, if you talk about portrait mode is also working like a charm. The edge detection is good and the background blur is natural. Now, the main 64 megapixel camera is also optically stabilized. So yes, you do get OIS with the main camera. OIS will help you click some really good photos during low lighting conditions. Even without turning on the night mode, you can click some really good low light shots because of OIS. If you talk about low light photography, you are sorted here as well because you do get a dedicated night mode. Night mode is working like a charm with this smartphone. If you want to shoot detailed and high quality photos during low lighting conditions, you can do that very easily. Night mode will give you very good and detailed photos with excellent dynamic range and the colors pop out. It is a pleasing image to the eye. OIS will also help you shoot some really good videos out of this smartphone. You get hardware stabilization and that is excellent. Also, the video quality itself is good. The videos are detailed with great colors. So yeah, I'm really glad that Samsung put OIS in this smartphone. A lot of brands skip on OIS, but this smartphone does come with OIS. Now let's move on to the front camera. The selfies from this smartphone are good as well. You get detailed selfies with natural skin tones. Also, dynamic range with selfies is impressive. Shadows and highlights are exposed in a good way. I do like the selfie camera over here. And again, you can click some really good portrait mode shots with the selfie camera as well. All in all, I am very happy with the camera experience of the smartphone. It does not disappoint at all. This gets me to battery and charging. Samsung Galaxy A53 comes with a 5000 mAh battery and it does not come with a charger inside the box. So you will have to buy the charger separately, which honestly is disappointing. I think that this is going to be a trend moving forward that smartphone brands are not going to give you the chargers. But anyway, coming back to battery life has been excellent with this smartphone. It will easily last you throughout the day with some juice left towards the end of the day as well. Also, if you're a light user, you can stretch this smartphone to 1.5 days easily. It is giving you good battery life. I have no complaints with the battery life whatsoever. As far as charging speeds go, you do get support for 25-watt charging, but you will have to buy a USB PD charger. So if you end up buying this smartphone, then do buy a USB PD charger from Samsung itself because that will give you the best experience. Now let's talk about one very awesome and interesting feature with this smartphone, that is an IP rating. It comes with IP67 certification. That is an excellent thing that Samsung is offering you IP67 rating. A lot of smartphones out there do not come with an IP rating, but this smartphone does that. So that is an awesome thing. This gets me to other little things. First up, the smartphone comes with an in-display fingerprint sensor. The in-display fingerprint sensor is fast, accurate and reliable. I've not had any issues with it whatsoever. If we talk about the speakers are amazing. They get loud enough and the sound is clear as well. It does not distort. This smartphone also comes with expandable storage. So if you want to expand the storage via a micro SD card, you can use up to a 1 terabyte micro SD card. If you want to buy it, I will make sure to drop a link to it in the description box below. So anyway, that's been it. Do let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.